Hi guys. So if you have followed my channel at all, you've heard a little bit about my auction debacle. I spent way too much money. I did not mean to actually buy all the stuff that I ended up buying. So I'm still sort of cycling through it. But now that I've really had a chance to go through it, I found some amazing stuff and I don't feel so bad anymore. And I'm definitely going to start making my money back. So I wanted to show you what I consider the absolute highlights of what I found, because there's just weird stuff that I will never in my entire life come across again. One of those I have here with me now. So this is a Harlem Globetrotters ball. The ball itself is dated from 1994, but I am not a big basketball person, so I have to look up what these signatures might be worth. Some of them fortunately do have like a number, so that will help. Thank you, former Globetrotters. So I do not know the value of this. If you know the value of this, please reach out to me because it is signed everywhere. I need to pump it up. We'll see where this goes. But I want to show you some other stuff that I got that is just so cool. Jumping to that now. Okay, so full disclosure, I am recording this part first thing in the morning because these two items behind me actually sold. So the rest of the video, hopefully I have like hair and makeup and not pajamas, but this is the version you get right now because I wanted to show these to you, but I also have to get them packaged and out to the mail. So I saw these two heads at the auction and I had to purchase them. I got both of them for $16 and I think they are so cool. And they really are in great condition. The only flaws were like a little bit of paint chipping on the bottom of each, I'm sure from being stored at the auction. But these are made in the Philippines, so they're not vintage, but they are styled after French milliner heads. A milliner was a hat maker. So hat makers, especially in France, which of course is very fashionable, would like to have great displays in their windows to show off their awesome hats. So they didn't just have like plain foam heads, you know, in the 1800s, 1900s, like we would have today. They had these very unique, hand-painted, fully detailed pieces so that they could better show off. You know, think of like an Anthropologie store window. You want something that really grabs people. So French milliners would have these hand painted and made, and actual vintage ones are like super expensive. You can get probably like 300 bucks a head, which is a weird thing to say. But these were definitely, they're reproductions, but still really cool. And they sold on eBay. I paid $16 for them and they sold on eBay for $45 plus shipping. I probably could have gotten more for them, honestly, but I need to make some money back from what I spent at the auction. So I'm happy for these to go, especially because shipping real things that aren't clothing, it frightens me. But I think these are just so cool. And they have names, you know, so I don't know if somebody's going to use them for a display in their own store or if they're going to just use them as like decor in their house, but this could be really cool home decor, especially because I love they have these holes in the back here. So when I used to work retail in like a regular store, if you wanted to have an item displayed on this, like a necklace or a hat, and then have that tag back here, that was a really great way to keep yourself organized. But I would use this as like putting my rings in here and a big fancy necklace on here. I mean, that's me, and you know I love my fancies. But these were very cool, and they sold in probably 3 days from when I listed them. So good find for me. All right, so I'm gonna go like shower and stuff. I'll see you later with more objects. Welcome to my creepy basement, home of our next item. This is where I store all my stuff. This is super cool. I'm gonna give you a second based on the exterior. See if anybody can guess what this is. Now I'm gonna open it up for you. So it's pretty sizable, kind of like shell shaped. Has a little latch up front. This is a vintage 1940s vanity set that I paid all of $15 for. This thing is amazing. So first of all, there's the case itself, which is pretty freaking stellar. And you can see like It's lined on the inside with all this really cool pink fabric. And then it has all of these individual pieces, which I will struggle with the box to be able to show you. So it has, I mean, these are like metal. These are metal hairbrush, matching mirror, these jars with these cute little tops. The shoehorn has come apart. I need to officially repair the shoehorn. But yeah, a little shoehorn for a lady to sit down, take her shoes off really easily. And there are some like nail care pieces too. This is like, how glamorous. But my favorite piece about this, it includes a card from the original sender who gave this to a lady in the 1940s. And, you know, I'm sure this like was somebody's prized possession and it's just been sitting in the family basement for years. I paid, like I said, I paid $15 for this, which I think is absolutely crazy. And there are similar ones that are for sale on Etsy. So I have to work on the pricing on this one, but $15 is not a bad investment no matter what I get back. But they range from between like $40 for the interior kit to like $270 for everything all put together. And you know, I'm not a huge vintage seller. I don't know a ton of stuff. So I kind of price this mid-range at $175, but it photographed really beautifully. I'll put that up here. But it's getting a lot of interest because it's a very, very, very unique piece. And once again, I'm never going to just happen upon one of these again ever in my life. This is absolutely a unique experience, and I'm so glad I paid 15 bucks for this. Just to get to hold it and play with it and look at it, like that alone. So that is a very cool piece. Let me show you the next one. Okay, so this next one, I kind of can't like keep it in frame, I'm sorry, but this is a very large, handmade, very cool, authentic dream catcher. And let me show you some of the details on this. So this has pheasant feathers down this side, rabbit down this side. These feathers are not real eagle feathers. I found out through some research that that is actually illegal. You cannot sell real eagle feathers. Sorry, I just ran upstairs to get this for you guys, so I am out of breath. I'm like a real YouTube person would edit this out, but here we are. Welcome to me. So these are faux feathers. They have been dyed, but that's for like legal reasons. There's this beading all in here, and then the wool here at the bottom has these wooden beads on it as well. This is a very cool, very unique find, and I think I paid like $20 for this. And honestly, I mean, if any of you out there in Watcherland know like a place I could send this where it will be appreciated, I honestly don't care about the money with this piece. I just think this has like real cultural value. So I didn't want it to languish there. Because I mean, there were like 2 bids on it and they weren't serious ones. So I placed the highest bid. I got it. I put it up on eBay because I don't know what else to do with it. But if you guys know, like if there's a better place that this could go to, it's real, it's unique, it's got a lot of really great elements to it. This is a really cool piece. And it's huge. Like, you know, I mean, I love oversized stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So I'm back in PJ's now because movies are magic. But the last piece that I want to show you guys is my absolute favorite and probably something that I will never actually choose to list. So this is adorning my home right now. It is from 1912. It is a vintage Chinese apothecary's cabinet from a Chinese drugstore in Chinatown in Philadelphia. And each drawer is labeled with something. It has its own unique things. And like each of these little details is still here, is still in really good condition. And I love it because I'm from Philly. I'm a Philly girl. So I love knowing the history of this piece. And as you can see, it is just set up in my hallway right now. It is the only piece of like real antique furniture I've ever owned. I'm probably just going to keep it. I love it so much. I briefly looked up how much I could get for it, but I don't really care. I just want to show this to you guys and tell you the story of how I bought this because it is hilarious to me. So my husband is a wonderful, wonderful man, and he knows that I'm trying to do this YouTube to give information to other resellers and, you know, pump up my book. I'll be completely honest. Like, I'm trying to sell my reselling book. So I asked him, while the bidding was going on for this piece, could you just record me? Because I know myself, I'm going to be a lunatic and like be jumping all around and be getting really nervous because like I didn't want to live bid against other people. That's really scary to me. So he was like, yeah, sure, babe, I'll record you. And I thought in this video that I planned on making, I could just show like a 10-second clip of me being nervous. Here's the full video. I've sped it up for you guys, but here's the full video. So basically, I'm standing next to my friend, just freaking out because I thought my husband would record like 10 seconds. What he actually recorded was the full like 5-minute countdown of them closing that section of the auction. And I was so scared that somebody was going to come up and write on it. So I kept going back and checking, like, has anybody written? Has anybody written? No. And just like, being a weirdo. And you can see, I shake when I'm nervous. I shake. And the women at the auction did not realize that he was my husband. So they kept getting in his way when he was recording it. And he was visibly getting annoyed that these women were like standing in his way. So he had to move and shift. And then right after I won, he stopped recording. And right after I won, I came up and I hugged him and I said, we got it. And one of the women was like, oh, do you know him? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, honey, we thought he was just some pervert recording you jiggling. I, it was hilarious because my husband, Josh, is like mortified. He had no idea, but I was standing there just like shaking. And they were like, we thought he was just some weirdo. And apparently the women there really do like look out for their customers. So if you have the ability to go to Bid Board Auction, I will put it up. I'm not going to remember the name. I'm so sorry. Please go there. It's you get amazing deals. This cost me $375 because I did not realize how the bidding works and I paid a little up. But I absolutely love it, and I love that the women there just are willing to completely look out for some random strange woman they don't know. I really appreciated that. I got some amazing pieces there. I think I'm just going to keep this one. Have you ever been to an auction? Because that was my first time. I spent a lot more than I thought I would, but I had an amazing experience. And it's such a great reminder that it's like, why would you ever shop retail when you can go to a place like that and have a genuine experience, you know? So that's my stuff. I hope you guys can make it there one day. It's a wonderful place to be. Thank you for watching my videos. If there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know. I love reselling. I get to be a full-time mom and a full-time reseller, bringing in full-time money, just talking to weirdos on the internet. It's great. So have a great day. Thank you for stopping in again. Bye, everybody.